Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name's Bob. I'll be your Dungeon Master for tonight's episode of Curse of Strahd. We're back, and just give me a quick heads up in the chat. If you can all hear us, say hello, say audio's grand, and we'll be much happier. Until then, though, I don't know if everybody can hear us. I didn't hear the music intro, the music from the intro going. The players do not normally hear it, so I couldn't really rely on them that it was actually going. But I think on YouTube it was working. So let us know. Oh, look, that we can hear. Perfect. Thank you, Tasman. Thank you, Greyhawk Exile. Listen to the directions. Audio is grand. Excellent. Thank you. Welcome. So we got a lot of people going here. Good. Okay. Perfect. Yes. All right. Oh, Strahd's here. Look at this. Oh, can't wait for Strahd to see what's happening tonight. It's been another week. We have been trying so desperately to avoid doing this every other week thing. It seems like just end of the year schedules, teacher stuff, it's all getting in the way. But you know, it's not getting in the way, Stefano. The New York Knicks.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, the Knicks won. Go New York, go New York, go.
Go New York, go New York, go.
Stefano,
Hooray.
did you watch the Knicks game? We had a little watch party, right?
Yeah, I was at I was at a supermarket.
Yeah, it was crazy. I tell you what, New York was locked in for this playoffs. You could see videos online. Everybody's celebrating. Everybody's watching. My son, we watched. I let him stay up. He's pretty young, but I let him stay up to watch all the games because he's super into it. And the Knicks finally won, ended a 53-year drought. Kind of how long it feels like how long this game has been taking at this third season, but all for the good because we're going to come up with the championship right at the end. I think. What do you think?
I certainly hope so.
Yeah.
I'm very invested in certain things.
Okay. Yeah, well, I hope so. Your characters are right a part of this. Anybody else watch the finals? Tim, Michelle, Rufus. I know you're probably more into the World Cup going on right now.
I watched the Scotland game. Yeah.
Who won?
Scotland.
Oh,
The
when does
first,
England play?
the first World Cup game in they've won in 35 years or so. England play on the 17th, which I think is Wednesday.
Yeah, the 17th. Yeah, that's 2 days from now. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, I know the pool play. They want to like spread it all out. Some pools haven't even played, right? Yeah. Well, here's to England, Andrew. Cheers. I have tea to England.
Yeah, I got some tea here.
Mine's iced.
And Scotland.
This is iced, and we threw it over the into Boston Harbor. We threw it over the ship.
And the USA.
And
Who
the
won
USA.
their first game.
Yes, maybe the only game. We'll see. So, I had a whole nother question ready for this week, but we're going to skip it because Jordan brought up a really great point, and I like to talk about myself. So we did this question in the other campaign, in the Against the Giants one. Tim remembers this. We did it earlier this season. How do you all know me? How did you come to be blessed in my presence? We're going to start with Andrew because I think I've known you the longest. So we'll start with you, Andrew. How have you come to know me?
17 years and 4 months ago,
Wow.
a young Andrew went in to a wargaming club in White Plains, New York,
Yes.
with his new friend Bishop. And that's where I met Bob, playing Warhammer.
Oh, it was glorious. Was that at the
Glorious
Salvation
days.
Army though, right?
At the old Salvation Army, yeah.
That's right. We used to play there, and that's why our gaming club is called Battle for Salvation. Check it out, battleforsalvation.com. We play on Monday nights. Unfortunately, we're not there tonight. We're playing some D&D here, but excited to get back to the gaming club soon. Have you been, Andrew, recently?
I haven't been for, I think, 3 weeks.
Hmm.
But with the new Warhammer edition come out, I kind of waiting for the new edition to come out.
Same. Yeah, it's
It's
been
kind of coming out in dribs and drabs. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, but it comes out officially, I believe, this week coming up. So it's going to be dropping, and with all the new starter set, new rules. So Andrew and I met through Warhammer. Now we'll go through the rest of you teachers, but Tim, Michelle, Stefano, obviously we met. But tell me about that first meet. Tell me what you remember. Why don't we start with Michelle? Go ahead. What do you remember?
I remember, actually, I remember hearing about you first before I ever actually met you.
The legend.
Yes. And I remember hearing about like I heard about you from the students, and they were saying like, oh, this one teacher, he's so funny, and like his collection of the Funko Pops, and
Oh, yeah.
like you just like you're this like caricature in their minds with
I
like all
am.
these legendary things. And I was like, who is this person? And then eventually I met you, and you were like just a really cool, nerdy, awesome person. And I was like, wow, we should be friends.
Yeah.
And that was
And
that.
yeah, and that's so all true. I mean, I have the largest collection of bobbleheads slash Funko Pops in our school. I don't think anybody's even close. It's like they have a fraction of how many I have, and it's
Mhm.
taken over. Like they're all over my. It's all over my room. I've become the bobblehead guy. So
The
aptly named.
Bob
Yeah,
head.
yeah,
Okay.
aptly named. Tim, what about you? What do you remember from our
I
first
don't know. I just think about
interaction?
that. I imagine I must have met you on the first day of school, or before school started, before we were lumberjacking together, because you're our labor organizer, our labor rep, and so I imagine I met
That's
you
right.
there when I signed up. And then after that, it was just somehow, some way, we started talking about D&D, and obviously, a bunch of us were in that first campaign, and that's kind of how I feel like our friendship really blossomed. Bob is playing, descending into Avernus together.
You're right. Now you and Michelle didn't start the same time, right? No, Michelle was there before you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, she
maybe
definitely
by
started
a
before me.
year or two.
Yeah,
Okay,
because I
Not by a
started
very.
2019, 2020 was my first school year.
gotcha. Okay, same
Hmm.
as Dasha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, interesting, interesting. And Stefano, you've worked with me longer than these two, but I do remember the first time I met you.
I don't, but I do remember how I discovered that you were into D&D, which I think is a more interesting story.
Oh, okay. You tell that, and then I'll tell them my first time I met you. You may
Okay,
not
go
even
for it.
remember it, but I remember. I think
I
I've
don't
told
know
you
if I
this.
do.
Okay, go ahead.
Or I don't know if I do remember it, but
All right, go ahead.
so again, I had known Bob for nearly, I feel like 8 years before we started playing D&D
Mm-hmm.
together. But somebody got me into D&D podcasts, and I didn't know that I would like them so much, and I started listening, and all I wanted to do was get to actually play myself, because I was so into this game, and I was like, how do I get in the door? So I was hanging out with my friend Jess. We were just drinking at a bar, and I just like was telling her like, how do I get to do this? Jess knows how to figure out everything. She said, have you ever like used like meetup.com or whatever? And she's like, don't worry, I'm going to do all the research for you. I'm going to send you a bunch of links. So she sent me, I think, 3 links. And one of the links actually took me to the Battle for Salvation Facebook group. And I saw the picture. And in the picture, I'm like, what in the world? That's Bob.
I know
So
this guy.
and then the very next day at work, I actually went up to your room and I said, so I just found out that you play D&D, and you had a interest meeting, I think the previous week at
I
the gaming
was
club
at the gaming club.
that
You're right. Yeah.
Andrew must have been at, and then I
Right,
think it was
that's
the
how I met
following
you.
week. Yeah, the
Yeah.
following week is when we played my first campaign, my first D&D campaign,
And that was
which
my
was
first ever D&D as well,
yeah,
with you.
Tomb of Annihilation. That's why we're
Right.
always together, Andrew.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yes, you're so right. I forgot about that. Let me I didn't forget about it. I think I remember this
Yeah.
story. You told it to me when you first found out about the gaming club. Let me so we changed our website just slightly a while back, but you might be able to still see it. So here's our website. So the Battle for Salvation, right? So this is, go to www.battleforsalvation.com. But if you go here, I'm right here. Hold on. Can I zoom in? Is that a thing I can do?
I don't know.
Zoom in on things. No, I can't do it. It's not zooming in right there, but I'm right here. It's shadowy, but that's my face right here behind the shield. We had it before we did this, we had it more like the whole picture. But dang. Okay, but yeah, we're all here. This is our gaming club. That's actually my model right there. Anyway, so
nice.
this is our website, battleforsalvation.com, and that's what you must have seen, right?
It was the cover photo, I believe.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
without the logo in front.
Without the
yeah.
logo, yes, there was no logo.
Legends. Look at that. Great. Yeah. And I remember I met you. We started working at the same time, but you were doing just, I think, the drama production. You
Yeah.
weren't like a full teacher at that time. And I had to like be there for coverage, like to just stay after school and monitor the kids while they were performing. And I just
Yes, I
sat there and
remember.
did I just sat there and did work. And I was like,
Okay.
this guy's so theatrical.
You were one of many when
Yes.
there were there were those days that the woman that I worked with couldn't be there, and since I was kind of just like new, they wanted someone else in the room. Yeah.
Yeah, they had to have like a teacher in the room or something like that. So
Yeah.
I would stay after school or somebody. I did it like once or twice. That was it, but that was the same year that I started. So yeah, that's how I met you. And then Jordan, we have obviously met through the internet here, but describe
I can
how you
expand
know
on it.
me. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I just my own YouTube channel had just kind of gotten its legs, but long before that, my website for writing articles definitely started getting like ad revenue and stuff. So I had some money to sometimes supplement my own writing with other competent writers in the space, and I was really impressed with Bob's. A lot of other YouTubers didn't know me. I don't think Bob knew me. I think I reached out to him. But I really was impressed by his review of Candlekeep. What's it called? Candlekeep
Mysteries.
Mysteries.
Yeah, I almost said Adventures, but it was so impressive, and I liked that you had streamed every single one of the one shots in that one, and you were so thorough in your review videos of it. I was like, I would love. I was like, this is the best review of this game, this book that will ever exist, and I'd love to have it on my website. So I reached out to Bob and I said, can I like kind of transcribe and like edit down your videos into an article review, and I'll pay you for the content, you know? And Bob was like, yeah. So and then yeah, we were just kind of YouTube buddies. Yeah, I'd say of all the other YouTubers I've interacted with, Bob is one of the most friendly and outgoing, so it's been a pleasure to still be invited to be on his streams like today.
Go on. Thank you, Jordan. Yes, there was a lot of fun collaborating with you over the years. This obviously and some other D&D YouTuber fun streams and things like that we did some DM roundtables and stuff like that with all the other D&D tubers like Wally DM and Fred from How to D&D, stuff like that. We met through that whole group as well. So we kind of ended up meeting each other in a few ways. But yeah, the first way was Candlekeep Mysteries. So yeah, it feels like a lifetime ago, honestly. It was like a different world back then.
Yeah, like 5 years ago, something like that.
Yeah. That was when my channel was really just starting, as many other D&D YouTubers were, like Pandemic, and it was the book that I reviewed and painfully scheduled to do all like 14 or however many there were. Do you remember that, everybody? I mean, I kept asking you to like be a part of it and be like, I'm so sorry, but like scheduling was horrible for that.
Was that the one where you had like the Excel spreadsheet?
Mm-hmm.
Or was that I don't know, maybe
Yes.
there have been a few.
No, that was it.
It was pretty epic.
It was like signups. It was like, who wants to play?
Yeah, it was who was free when. And
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, there was like a spreadsheet.
I had a spreadsheet. I have it somewhere still. Maybe I'll post a picture of it at some point. It's hilarious looking back at it, actually. For all the campaigns we've done now, we've done a lot of one shots and stuff like that on the channel, and we still do. I'm not suggesting we don't, but something like that, I don't think I could do anymore. I don't think I have the inside. I don't have it in me anymore to do something like that. That felt like running a marathon. Definitely not healthy. So we shouldn't do that again. I did it all within the span of like 2 months. It was rough, but soon we'll do something similar, a little one shot, break it up. We'll talk about schedules after this game, and I'll post everything. We are hoping to get as many of the summer weeks in as we can with this and against the Giants. Don't want to take any breaks this summer. It's a little different time right now. Like, against the Giants, And this game, I want to keep them going. I'll keep the flow going. So we're not going to take a break for the summer like we did last year, but more to come on the schedules very, very soon. But thank you all for sharing how you met me and how I have bettered your life. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Always. Now, just put us in black and white. Put me out of my misery, okay?
Listen, I have to do it. Here we go.
Let's do the thing.
We're in Barovia.
I'm looking forward to the Charlie Chaplin campaign that you put me in after this is over.
I could. You'd fit right in. Honestly.
Yep.
You'd fit right in. All right, let's get some music too. That would be fun. Music, right? Yeah. All right, there's music coming. You might not hear it, but I'm sure they'll hear it soon.
It's there.
It's there. All right, so we had a crazy game last time. It was, again, a similar roleplay heavy session, but lots of stuff happened. We got confirmation from the Keepers of Feather and Davy and Mardukov, the rest of the Mardukov family, that they'll do as much as they can to help you here. They're all in. Once they heard your plan, once they feel like there could potentially be an end to the Curse of Strahd on these lands, they were in. I mean, this could mean the death of everyone that you know and have made friends with, but they're willing to sacrifice because they believe in you. You also heard that maybe the werewolves, run by Emil, now who's taken the pack back, could be an assistance. The Ravens are going to go and try to gain their help as well. We talked about this right before stream went on. We weren't so clear about it, but after everything was set and ready, you headed off towards Madame Ava's tent, or her where you had originally met her, hoping that maybe she and her troop are still there, so you can maybe get some questions answered. But you have gathered all of the items that she has suggested. You know that you need to go to a place where there is a face of a beautiful woman of great beauty, and that's where you'll find Strahd. And these are all the things that she's told you you've focused on, found, and are now willing to put to use in the castle. You received an invitation at the end of the last episode. A carriage with a dark cloaked figure drove up on the campsite, which was empty, and placed an invitation on a tree stump. And the rest of the group, while they were hiding, I think Canas was the first to just leave the hiding spot and take the invitation. And it read that you were invited to Castle Ravenloft by Strahd himself. So we have quite a bit still up in the air in terms of the plan. Madame Ava's not there. We're going to pick it right up from where we left off. And the people that are with you right now are the core NPCs you've made friends with, and that would be Rictavio and Esmeralda, as well as the two that have been traveling with you for most of this adventure, Irina and Camilla. All the other NPCs are set to wait beyond the drawbridge and look for a signal, whether it's the werewolves and were-ravens combined. They're willing and ready to come help you at the sign that they said they want an obvious display of magic. So it could be something like a fireball or some sort of display in the air, because you don't have a way to communicate with them otherwise. But when they get the obvious signal, that'll be their chance to come and cause some sort of a distraction, maybe try to get you out of there in the dire need that you have to get flight. But otherwise, they're going to lay low and wait for your signal. So we'll pick it up from the caravan, or the stagecoach, I should say. Okay.
I hold out the invitation that I'm holding in my hand, that I just read out to the group, and I look back and I say, well, I guess he already knows where we are.
Well, at least we can travel there in style.
I turn to Laurent.
Nothing else to do but get on, right? What else I mean, if he's going to bring us there,
I
invitation.
turn to Dione.
I suppose if we are going to his lair, we may as well. And Dione will just move towards the carriage.
I say, everything about this says trap.
100%.
However, as we know, being here for as long as we have, and his man coming here in the stagecoach, I don't think it matters where we enter from or how we enter. He will know. So we might as well.
Yes. He is always 17 steps ahead. May as well just go with it.
He is the land.
He is physically inferior to us. We have beaten him before. In fact, this may be a positive sign. We may be able to discuss terms with him. But even if he is evil, at least his dinner may be civilized, given his high standing.
All right. Casimir, Rictavio, Esmeralda.
Camilla says Irina, Camilla.
Irina, Camilla. Oh my goodness, so many names. So many people. I look at the stagecoach and I'm like, is this big enough to fit us all?
The big coach.
We're gonna squeeze in.
Perhaps it is bigger on the inside.
Like Harry Potter.
Casimir, what do you say? Rictavio says.
I don't particularly think that we've been relying on the element of surprise. So if he wants to welcome us in and seems to be some sort of trap, we should be awares, but maybe his hubris is what we play on more than his unawares.
And Esmeralda will say that it's pretty clear that we surprised him last time. I doubt that he'll be sleeping when we get there.
His overconfidence is his weakness.
Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. It's from a video
Take
game,
advantage of it.
All right, then shall we get in?
Irina, when we arrive, I would stay close to Rufus. He seems to hold many of the artifacts that repel the man that seems to do anything to have you.
Sure. She nods when you say this, and you can see her. She's looking to the stagecoach. The stagecoach driver, you can't really see much. He's got a cowl up. He's got a coach hat on, and he looks towards you. All you see are like two dots of glowing red. His face is, you really can't even see him, but it doesn't look like Strahd. You remember seeing the stagecoach driver earlier in the game, and she looks to him, and she just like staring, and he's looking over towards you all. He looks to her, and then he like raises his hand out like this, motioning towards the door, and the door opens. The horses in the front, the stallions, they puff out the smoke out their nostrils, the steam, excuse me, out their nostrils, not smoke. He's got other horses that do that.
I walk up to him. Your name, friend?
He says, I don't have a name, not one that you need. And he says it in a very low, gruff voice. He says, I am only doing the bidding of my master.
Lovely. Perhaps I can sit up front with you.
Be my guest.
Oh, not the response I was expecting. I will actually...
Have fun up there, Canas. I will sit in the back.
I will enjoy the comforts of the coach, but thank you.
Yeah, now Camilla gets to the door, and she's like, it is kind of small in here.
So
well, all right then. And I do an about face, and I sit with this guy.
You hop up on the raised seat next to the coach driver, and he like shuffles over, makes room for you. Where's Yune?
She's gonna be perched on top of the coach.
Okay, gotcha. Invisible or no?
Probably not.
Okay. And so she's showing her like imp form.
Yeah. She's making a pose like she's a stone gargoyle.
There you go. The rest of you all cram into this coach. It's big enough for, most of you. It's a little tight. Irina sits down next to Rufus. She motions for Camilla to come sit next on the other side of Rufus, and she's like, I'll sit on this side, coach. She sits next to Casimir and Dione. Laurent, choose your side. Who would you like to squeeze in with? Camilla, Dione, Esmeralda, or Casimir, Rufus, and Rictavia?
I'm gonna squeeze next to Irina, of course.
Where are you going?
Right next to Irina.
Oh, next to Irina. Okay, so you don't sit with Camilla and Dione and Esmeralda.
No.
Esmeralda.
I suppose Esmeralda's probably a better choice, but it would be way more fun to get into Rufus's skin. I'll stick to Esmeralda.
Esmeralda says, "There's room here if you want, Laurent."
I'll sit there then. If she pats the seat, I'll scooch over.
She pats the seat. You're uncomfortably close with her, though.
It's not uncomfortable for me.
Does she lean in?
She leans away to give you a little spot, a little shuffle.
Esmeralda, have I ever told you my fishing days? Once I got a fish that was this big.
And I'm talking to the stagecoach.
Yeah.
So, when did you know you wanted to become a stagecoach? Stagecoach driver.
Small talk.
No.
He just stares ahead. The horse is whinny, and he whips the reins, and they start moving. And honestly, it's pretty loud, right? It's as the stagecoach itself, the hooves of the horses, and the wind of the night. You could see as you ride up. He's not much of a talker, although occasionally you'll see him glance towards the inside of the coach. But that's about it. He doesn't really give much more conversation than no and yes.
Nobody wants a garrulous servant.
Who are you looking at? You interested in one of my compatriots over there?
He won't entertain questions like that. That's for sure. He'll
I keep going with those the entire trip.
I love it.
No.
I love it.
Oh my goodness.
I love it. Rufus, were you going to say something?
I said no one likes a garrulous servant.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. He knows. He knows his place. All right. So as you start to get closer, you can see that you're getting higher in elevation. You can look across the lands of Barovia as the carriage winds upward on this road towards the castle. You can even see the beacon of Argynvostholt, which is lit in the distance. Gives you a little bit of a sign of relief. And then finally, you get there. Thick cloud fog swirls ahead of you. You can see that there's lots of fog in the air tonight, especially the higher you've gotten in elevation. So now that you're getting closer and closer to the castle, you feel like, yeah, there's lots of stuff here. Lots of fog in the air. Maybe it doesn't look like the mists or the wall, that you've confronted before, but it certainly does look like it's heavy, getting heavier. Sporadic flashes of lightning lace the weeping clouds overhead, and thunder shakes the ground. Also makes it very difficult to talk, Canas. Through the drizzle, you can see torch flames fluttering on each side of the keep's open main doors as you get to the drawbridge that crosses over into the castle. And here you see it. You can see the castle itself. Now, you went here quickly last time. You were transported here by ravens, so you didn't really get the view from the ground, and you certainly didn't get a chance to view it, to really look at the castle before.
I'm
to really
soaking it in right now. The
That's
mist's in my face.
Yes. And there's a couple things of note now that you can actually take a look at it. So through the drizzle, you see torches fluttering on the two sides of the keep's open doors. There's a warm light that spills out the entrance, flooding into the courtyard. High above the entrance is a round window with shards of broken glass lodged in its iron frame. So it looks like there's some sort of an opening to a higher level there that's been broken. You also notice that this is like you said, the three spires of the castle. They shine in the moonlight above, especially when the lightning strikes. You can see them pretty clearly. There's the spires of Ravenloft, and the outer gate tower has an iron-bound door with a built-in locking mechanism, so it can like open and close. You pass that as you come through the drawbridge, and here you are. You're in the courtyard. I will go to the map in just a second. We don't really need it for right now, but we'll bring us to a map in a bit.
Any cool artwork?
There is some art, although it's not really like. I wish it was. Well, maybe there is some artwork here. Maybe there is, like, there's another picture of it that's not the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me if it came up on your...
Yes.
It did. Okay. That's really it. So as you cross over this, and there's the main gate here, you can even see the glowing light and the torches and the spires here. So
Yep.
1, 2, 3. There are 3 spires. They obviously are different heights. It looks like there's really... Depends what you consider a spire, right? Like there's clearly this pointed tower here, the most high point. Then there's the other 2 here. 1, 2. It looks like there's a 4th one over here onto the left-hand side, but it's hard to tell from the perspective how high they are.
The 2 high ones are also connected by a
Yes.
like a little bridge.
Yep, they're connected. Mm-hmm.
Convenient.
Yep. And that raven is there. Just kidding. It's just the artwork. Relax.
It's Yune. Yune's a raven.
That's Davian, and that's Erwin.
Oh, there we go.
Of course.
They've been waiting for you. All right. So, yeah. You enter into the courtyard now. The driver, once you get into the courtyard, will kind of pull up to this, the massive wall of the castle, and will let you out. He doesn't say much to you as you leave, but the door opens without you having to do it, as he kind of raises his hand towards the door again. It opens, allows you out. Yeah. So you can choose to follow his direction. He points you towards the main doors. It does look like the doors are open and there's a light in there, and that there's maybe even a figure silhouetted inside the entryway, just beyond it. It's hard to tell because you can only see the outline of them from the light, but it's clearly a figure waiting for you.
I'm going to, like you flip a quarter. I'm going to flip him a silver piece and say, "Thanks for the ride."
Where do you flip it? Just like at his person?
Yeah, towards him.
He'll catch it, and I think what he'll do is he'll pocket it. But as he looks at you, he reveals a little bit more of his face to say thank you. And you'll see when he says thanks, you'll see he's white, super pale, long sort of hook nose. He has clear fangs coming down instead of his canines. And
Wow.
This reminds you a lot of the father... Father...
Legram.
Nope.
The guy's child.
Yes,
In
his
the
child from
basement.
the Undercroft in the village of Barovia, and now I
Oh
cannot
my
remember
God.
his name.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Donovich.
Yes.
Okay.
Father Donna. Yeah, Donna.
Donovich, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Reminds you of his son who was down there in the dungeon starving because he was turning into some sort of vampire creature.
I see. I was convinced that Strahd was playing all the different parts, like in the original Dracula. So I'm glad there is more than one housekeeper, domestic worker for Strahd in Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah, we'll see. You might be more than you thought.
That's
So,
you know what, that's
emotions-
okay. It was exciting to me. I was thinking of the
Yeah.
original. I sent Dasha a meme a couple weeks ago of a guy just furiously cooking in his house, and it's Dracula at home while Jonathan Harker complains about how drafty the castle is because he's home there alone. It's it's nice to know that Strahd is help here. It feels good.
Strahd is definitely healthier than Dracula. All right, so you head into the castle. Is that the agreed
Yes.
consensus? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to switch this over to our Roll20 screen now. and bring us to a map. Oh, that's not what I want. Okay. Here you go. Tell me if you see the map now.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Yeah, there we go.
In the courtyard, it looks like, or just outside.
Yeah, although it didn't change on my map, so I'm wondering why that is the case. Let me see. There we go.
I see
All right,
all
here we go.
black, so maybe
S-
maybe something with me.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I need to put your token in there. That's what I need to do. How can we go without Casimir?
I'm sure they'd make do.
Really though.
Oh,
Okay,
he's
you
so
see
small.
yourself?
Oh,
Now, Jordan, or no?
Yeah, I see now. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so the doors are open. And as I said, inside you can see a figure silhouetting the entryway. Once you get close enough, you recognize, not only by the sight of him, but also you can hear that loud cacophony of screaming voices as you get close. It's faint
Oh,
as you
no.
approach, but you recognize Rahadin when you see him, the elf servant of Strahd. And he says, "Aha, my friends, welcome back to the castle. This time, we have made arrangements for all of you."
We
Yeah,
are, here to,
sorry.
we're here to talk to Strahd, not the butler. Is Strahd in?
"Yes, Rufus. Right away, of course. Follow me. Do come out. I believe it's beginning to rain. It'll be downpouring soon."
yeah,
Whispered.
I'll go in.
I whisper to Casimir. You'll have him when the time is right, Casimir, don't worry.
I look at you. I hope you're right, but I'm kind of recoiling because many of the screams that envelop Rahadin's presence are screams I remember.
Mm,
So they hit me very personally.
that's right. He says, "Oh, you've brought many other guests. Making quite friends here in the lands of Barovia. Oh, be careful. Don't go too close to those statues, you remember." And you realize as you get into this area here that there are actually two doors here, right? A set of double doors going into the castle and a set of double doors that leave the castle. And there's about 20 feet in between them. And in the corners of this room, you can see there are statues of young dragons. They're not moving. Last time you saw them, though, they were moving. And they seem to be just there, standing stoic in their natural pose that you saw them originally.
I'm not concerned. I'll keep walking forward.
Me neither.
Yes,
He wants
come,
to play
everyone.
with us.
Come, everyone. I don't bite.
Yeah, I get close and I say, "Don't you dare think of having a snack before dinner."
Would never dream of it. The rest of you come in. Irina will definitely walk towards Rufus and stay near him. Camilla will walk in and hang out near Canas. Rahadin will lead the way and move down towards the south passage. As you walk in, though, let me describe what you see here. I think we just lost somebody, right? Michelle? Looks like we lost
Yes,
Michelle.
we left Michelle for a second.
Okay. She'll be back, I'm sure. Let me describe to you what you see here in the great hallway. Again, similarly, though, you... let me just move Michelle here. Yes, perfect. Yeah, I was in the right spot. This hall is something that you saw when you first came in, but you were like running. You were like at breakneck speed when you came in here. So again, everything was less, you didn't have the chance to really take it all in as you do now. Now you can look around this great hall, this great entry, and see cobwebs stretching between the columns, between that support the vaulted ceiling of this great dusty hall. It is lit. There are sconces all throughout. They are lit brightly with torches right now. I guess it's dim, but like, you know, there's a few of them, and you can even see it on the map that they are lit. So, right in here. And you also see the faces of gargoyles, stone gargoyles squatting motionlessly on the rim of the domed ceiling. Cracked and faded, there are frescoes that cover the decay on the walls. So it's a pretty broken down, not well kept entryway. Once was probably grand. You don't remember the gargoyles being there, though. You remember gargoyles outside. But
with the periphery, like having no, fine expertise in stone cutting, is it possible to tell from the statues in the entrance hall to the gargoyles? Like, is there any? Would I be sketched out besides the fact that they're gargoyles? Do you think? Am I suggesting they're magical?
You could maybe give me a Arcana check, see if you can note anything. But I think it's up to you. I think your character can choose if you feel freaked out about any statue at this point.
I imagine, I generally discomfort. I just want to see if they're magical in nature in some way. With a 12,
you wouldn't be able to detect
Arcana?
their magic, but give me an Arcana check, and I'll tell you what you know about creatures.
Got a 12
like
for
gargoyles.
Arcana.
Well, you didn't get a very high roll, so I'll just leave it at this. You probably just know that creatures like gargoyles, look imperceivable to the naked eye. You would need some sort of way to detect that they're not a statue. Like
That makes sense.
When they're stuck as their stone form, they don't look any different.
Yeah.
So, but you don't remember there being a ring of gargoyles around here last time, though you do now.
Noted.
To the north, there's a stairwell that you saw Rahadin come down from when you first came in here earlier in last season, at the end of last season. And you can see there are double doors to the east, and to the south is the stairwell that you went that goes down to the dungeons to free Emil and Rictavio. So that's this way. You do know that that's the direction. Now, Rahadin goes down here and goes to a set of double doors. He does not go towards the stairwell. But he opens them and says, "My master is awaiting you. Please, I hope that you've brought your appetite. We've prepared quite a feast for you."
Wonderful. Thank you for your hospitality. And the welcoming party. I gesture up to the gargoyles.
Of course, anything for our esteemed guests. Rufus, I'm sure you'll be happy to hear that we've set the table with all the proper etiquette that someone of your status would expect.
Oh, fantastic.
And Dione, we have a plethora of meats, red meats that you could consume. I'm sure that that's something you prefer, correct?
At the mention of meats, Dione's eyes go wide, and her nose starts twitching.
And he says,
Salts a little bit.
and Laurent, you'll be quite excited. As the door begins to open, you can hear organ music flooding out. We've have an organ. Play some music to accompany your dinner. I'm sure that would be something that you would be thrilled about.
You know me. I wouldn't know which fork to use at a fancy dinner, but I do love musical accompaniment with my food.
And Canas.
Nothing for me, I suppose.
No. He says, no, of course, we have something for you. He says, come. I'm sure you'll want to talk to the person who did that to your hand.
Ah. Of course, lovely.
Come on in. And Esmeralda, Rictavio slowly start to move towards the door. Camilla stays a little behind with Canas. Irina will move with Rufus.
I give just kind of behind my back, just like a fist, stay strong fist to Camille.
you will. It's strong. Oh, we got Michelle back. There you are. I know the
I'm so
internet's a
sorry.
little bit, the Wi-Fi is not great in Ravenloft.
Mm. Yeah, that
Did he
missed,
give you-
you know.
Did Rictavio give you the Wi-Fi password?
I guess he gave me the guest Wi-Fi.
Oh, he didn't.
Yes.
Rahadin, I mean?
Oh.
Sorry, Rahadin. Not Rictavio. I don't know how he has
I
All of
am
us for
Strahd,
Saturday.
67.
it. I am the land, 67.
1667, of course.
1667, yes. I am the land.
I am the land 1667 dash guest.
Dash guest.
Hmm.
I just think she was so excited about the meat that everything just fell apart after that.
Oh, that's
Yes.
it. 100%.
Casimir,
All right. Yeah.
Casimir, stay close to me if you feel overwhelmed.
Do you have a very calming presence?
You will find my presence to calm the stronger emotions of this time.
Yes, I almost feel like I can't be as afraid as I was before.
You have no fear when you're near Rufus.
Yes.
So torchlights flutter against the walls in this vaulted hall that you're heading towards, where like Irina and Rufus are. You notice a couple things here. There's a to the east. Okay, you can see that hallway that goes down towards the steps that go down towards the dungeon. You can see that there's a suit of armor, oiled and glistening, standing at attention at the shallow of an alcove to the south. You can also see that as the to the west, there's those double doors. He opens them, right? Rahadin opens them, and a swell of organ music comes from behind the doors, spilling their melody of power and defeat into the hall. What do? I see Rufus here in front, so we'll go with you.
Does Rahadin gesture us in, or does he go in?
He gestures. He does not go in.
I'll go in like this.
You're the first person to enter, Rufus, so I'll describe this to you, and then the rest you'll follow, and you can move your tokens and see the same. 3 enormous crystal chandeliers brilliantly illuminate this magnificent chamber. Pillars of stone stand against the dull, white marble walls, supporting the ceiling. In the center of the room, you can see a long, heavy table covered with fine white satin cloth. The table is laden with many delectable foods. Roast beast, basted in a savory sauce, roots and herbs of every taste, and sweet fruits and vegetables. Places are set for each of you with fine, delicate china and silverware. At each place is a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid with a delicate and tantalizing fragrance. The center of the far west wall, between floor-to-ceiling mirrors, stands a massive organ. Its pipes blare out a thunderous melody that speaks in a tone of greatness and despair. Seated at the organ, facing away from you, is a single caped figure who pounds the keys in raptured ecstasy. The figure suddenly stops, and as a deep silence falls over the dining hall, it slowly turns towards you. And you can see it is Strahd von Zarovich. And I do have artwork for this. There you go.
Sweet.
Sweet. This massive pipe organ is blaring its music. He smiles at you. You can see his own red eyes and his fangs show. Then he turns back to his music. But he says to all of you over the din of the play, "Please, have a seat." And he continues to play his haunting music. All right, so Rufus, you enter. Anybody else? Move your tokens. Tell me where you'd like to be.
I'm gonna flip Rahadin a copper piece on my way in.
Damn.
Yeah, he
He lets it fall to the floor.
He'll take it. Why not? He's not gonna. Why not? Yeah, I'll take it. Copper? Yeah, I'll take it.
Copper.
This is very good, my sir. Enter, please. Eat, beast.
Are there name tags, or is it sit anywhere? I look at the table to see if there's name tags.
There's like a name place.
Mhm.
No, but there is, like I said, a place for every one of you. That would include all your NPC friends, and but you get the sense, Rufus, that when he said "please sit," he motioned to the head of the table for you, on the far side, like where you walked in.
So I'm looking directly at him.
Yeah, so you like this would be your spot, exactly. Where Stefano just moved his token.
And is there a seat for Strahd? I can't count. There's 8. 10,
He
3.
does. He has this seat right here at the front. You could tell it's his based on the chair. It's the most ornate.
I'll sit right here.
Okay, you want to sit at his right hand.
Yes.
Interesting.
I want to sit at his
Wait.
seat, but my manners won't let me, so I'm going to go to the seat he gestures.
But his manners won't let him. I love that. Always in character. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see this. Okay. All right, so you all sit down. I see your tokens moving. Dione, would you like to sit at a specific seat?
Yeah, I guess if Strahd is presumably at the head of the table, Dione's kind of interested in sitting like directly across from him.
Okay.
Unless that seat is already taken.
It looks
I
like
think
Rufus
that's
sat there,
Rufus's
but
seat.
I'm already
Yeah.
sat there.
Oh, sorry, never mind. I'll just fill in wherever there's space.
as you
Yes,
walk in
yeah.
last, I think you walk in last, Raha Dean says, "The dogs usually sit in the corner," and he smiles at you.
I'll like look at him. I give him a side eye and a low growl. Just like,
Rufus stops himself sniggering. He doesn't snicker.
as Dione walks past Rufus's seat, she jabs him really hard with her elbow, but then acts like nothing happened, and she just keeps walking.
Camilla laughs and jeers at that.
Ahem. Yes, and then Dione arrives at her seat with her head held high, her small dwarven head held high, and then sits in her seat, with very upright posture. Mostly because the table is like normal people height and not dwarven height, so like she's sitting up very tall, but really like all you see is like this, you know.
Yeah, so the chairs weren't meant for you. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you can all, I know you can't hear this, unfortunately, but there is on Tabletop Audio, which we use, is a Vampire's Castle music, and it's got, I don't know, maybe this is part of public domain, but I think it's it's like Bach, I believe. You know Stefano, I'm sure what it's called, but I don't remember what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about, where it's like, da-da-da, that one.
Yes. Yes.
It's a part of it. There's a name for that song, obviously.
I can't remember exactly what it is, but
I
yes.
think it's Bach. Bach vampire music. Toccata and fugue in D minor.
That's right. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So that's a part of it. So check that out on Tabletop Audio. Vampire's Castle. It's a good one. I don't know if you can all hear it. The audience can hear it, but I hear it as low than normal, so I raised the tracks up a little bit, but I don't know that very audible. We'll come back to it in a sec. But all right, so you sit down at the table. Like I said, I described everything in great detail, all the tantalizing foods, the drinks. There's 3 chandeliers. There's candles. This is probably one of the more brightly lit rooms. Yeah.
I'm going to touch my holy symbol of Ravenkind and see if I can detect anything with it.
Okay, the holy symbol. Yeah, let me bring that up for you. So I kept that one relatively secretive. You know, I didn't want you to know too much about it. I gave you some hints about what it can do.
You said I could control even Strahd with it.
Yes, exactly. You would have to, though, expend some of its power to do so. You would have to commit to that before you would know anything about it. Does that make sense? Like
Got
you'd
it.
have
So
to.
I'm I'm not going to activate it right now. I'll keep that in my
Gotcha.
back
Yeah.
pocket. So it's
And mechanically, just so you know, I mean, and eventually I'll give you the whole stat sheet about it, but it's got charges, and you have to expend charges to use some of the abilities. So,
right.
Okay. But yeah, you keep maybe that close. Either if it's on your chest, you keep your hand like maybe towards you or something like that. But yeah, so you all sit down, and Strahd is continuing to play this music back towards you all, and he shouts over the pipe organ music, and says, "Eat! You are my guests." And he continues his music.
Aren't you going to join us, Strahd?
Again, the music continuing, blaring. Before a brief pause, you just hear some air exiting the organ. "I've already had dinner." And then he continues to play.
We'll look around the table, and I, for one, am not going to turn down a free meal.
This is the finest food we've had since we've got here. Oh.
And there's not to go to waste. And Laurent will certainly start eating.
Well, Laurent, maybe you want to carve the beef.
I will certainly make a butchery of it, but I'll try my best.
So you're carving the beef up. You're doing all the trimming, and you start passing out the food.
Can I taste the wine?
You can, yeah.
Amber fluid.
It is. So there's an amber fluid, so I guess that wouldn't be wine, but it would. There's wine on the table. There's wine. You can fill your goblet with that if you prefer, instead of like the ale or whatever that would be. Maybe
is it as good as the Wizard's of the Wine?
You know what? It probably is from the Wizard of the Wine. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it probably is.
What vintage is this wine, Strahd?
Let's see. What are the wines? They have. It's funny. The book only gives like the 3 examples. But I forget their names all the time. I'm just gonna make sure I can see it. There is the cheapest one was the purple grape mash. That's the one you've had many times before. This is Red Dragon Crush. It's a premium vintage.
Can I Dione's just gonna like sniff the food. This whole thing feels weird. Does it smell like normal food? Does it smell off in any way?
Give me a perception check with advantage.
Sure. Okay, looks like we have a 25.
It smells delicious, just like real food.
All right, Dione's going to basically get as close as she can to like unhinging her jaw the way a snake does, and just starts like shoving fistfuls of food down her throat.
And Von Richten is next to you, Esmeralda next to her. He looks at you all. You've smelled the food. He trusts your nose and looks to everybody and says, "Go ahead, eat." He says, there may be some benefit to being polite and courteous at this time. He whispers it all to you so that hopefully he can't be heard, but you all can hear him and understand him. He starts to eat, not as ravenous as Dione, but as Rahadin closes the door and you can hear his footsteps kind of walking away. You don't hear his the voices in his head anymore, Casimir. So he has gone far enough away from you.
Yeah, Canas starts going to town. Probably also not like with his hands or something, but he starts shoveling food down his gullet. This is for sure the best food that he's ever eaten in his entire life.
It does taste delicious. All of you that are eating it will taste it. It tastes like food. It seems highly, like I said, well prepared. It's delicious. The smells are enticing. It's a feast fit for a king. So, has everybody partaken at this point?
Just missed the moon pies. That's the only thing I'm missing.
The moon pies. That's dessert. Don't worry.
Oh, thank God.
I thought that amber liquid was dessert, like the dessert wine.
That's probably what it is. Probably a liqueur.
Madeira.
Moscato?
Moscato.
I'll sip it. Is it dessert wine?
Yeah, sure. It doesn't
Huh.
doesn't really say. It does say that there's wine on the table as well, in like the DM notes. So,
Very delicious.
yeah. And Strahd continues to play the organ while you feast, and I just want to. He really does insist that you eat. Casimir, did you eat?
Yes, I'll be polite.
Okay. Good.
This is
Irina
quite
eats.
relaxing. I'm enjoying this.
It is.
And there's dinner and a show. There's music. This is quite lovely.
Proper
Strahd's-
cutlery at last.
Strahd tells you, Andrew. He says to Rufus, "Rufus, tell me, do you have feasts like this where you come from? Where is that?"
Well, I must pass my compliments on to your chef. I'm surprised at the quality of this repast. Yes, in the Gwaindire we have similar feasts. I was looking at the etiquette of your cutlery layout, and it's the same as in my land. There are many similarities here between, obviously, where you are from, and the Gwaindire where I am from.
I'll pass that on to our chef. He's been dying to prepare a feast like this. We only needed the occasion.
Excellent.
He gets up from the organ. You can see on his side of the table where he has his chair, his more regal-looking chair. He gets up and goes over and will take a bottle of wine, the red wine, that's seated next to him, and he'll pour it into a glass. I have some picture here to show you. So you could see it there. The mirrored reflections from around the organ do not appear. His reflection does not appear in the mirror. You can only see the wine glass being held there. This is true. He walks over towards the table, pours the glass, sips from it, and he says to you all, "You must have questions. You've been in my land for many months now. Tell me, what do you love about it most?"
To love about it? Well, I think, Strahd, this land has great potential. It lacks for sunlight, obviously, which retards plant growth, and the Wizards of the Wine has a special remedy in that, but that does limit its productivity. But I think with proper management and sufficient sunlight, this land could be quite pleasant and delightful to live in. The folk who live here are rather backwards, don't you think?
Backwards, he says. He looks to Irina. "Tatiana, I do not believe that we are backwards." She kind of cringes, looks towards you, and she says, "No, of course we're not, Rufus."
I was referring to the common folk. The folk of the Gwaindire are more robust people, more active, I found, in the pursuit of their respective professions.
He looks at all of you, smiles. He listens to you talk about the Gwaindire. But his focus, though, is on Irina. He says, "Tatiana, I'm glad that you are here. I hope that my attempts to bring you closer have not dismayed you. You enjoy the food?" She nods, but she looks to everybody in the group for, like, the words.
Strahd, in your tome, which we have been perusing, there was a section where you were concerned about not having an heir. You were cursed to serve to nothing. Want to tell us more about that?
Well, you cut right to the point, Rufus. He looks to everybody, and he says, "It is true. I do not have an heir. I was given this land from my parents But it seems forever I will be alone. Or perhaps that could change. And again, just staring this whole time right at Irina. She's doing everything she can to avoid her eyes. Avoid eye contact.
I'll take my glove off. And I'll say, perhaps you would be so kind to return the skin to my arm.
Ooh. He looks at your arm. That's a mighty gash. He looks at you as, like, maybe even drips of, like, wouldn't say it's even blood, but, like, you know, coagulated fluid drips from your fleshy hand. And he looks at it and he goes, ooh, a terrible gash.
So that's a no then.
That looks beyond my healing, he says. But he says, perhaps Tatiana, she's a wonderful nurse. Isn't that right? She goes, I can't help you, Canas. I'm sorry. I don't even really know how you got that.
Her name is Irina, not Tatiana. I know you have this obsession with past events, but that is her name. It would be respectful to address her by it.
Respectful, he says. Respectful. Yes, you're all about respect, Rufus. Was it respectful when you all came into my home, uninvited, and stole from me?
Well, we merely took back things that you had yourself stolen, I think.
I don't believe that skull belonged to you.
Earned, he says. I've earned those things through battle. You agree? Conquest. To the victor go the spoils. He smiles with his teeth out as he drinks more red wine.
Certainly then we won it by taking it back, by right.
So, who is Irina? He says as he looks towards Irina. Irina is but the soul of Tatiana, destined to return to me. It is impossible to resist.
Well, even though there may be some
Did you earn
resemblance, it's not the same person.
He likes that response, Jordan. Did you earn that? I will earn it. Soon enough. In fact, Tatiana, do you remember? We almost wed in the village of Valaki. She says, how could I forget? But that wasn't fair. You were tricking me. I didn't have a choice.
You weren't even yourself.
Well, in a way, like she is no longer Tatiana, I was no longer myself, but our souls knew the truth.
You ask them what they love about this place, Strahd. What do you love about it?
There's only one thing that I love about it. And it feels like an illusion. He looks right at Irina yet again. But I'm very close. Very close.
Why did you invite us all here? If you just want to talk to her.
Speaking in riddles, telling half-truths.
Well,
That's not what I believed when I read your note.
hospitality is a virtue too often forgotten. Right, Rufus?
Indeed, hospitality is one of the highest virtues. An imperative.
And besides, I wanted to see your faces again. You've caused so much disturbance in my realm. I figured there would be a good chance to talk this over.
It was a particularly bad disturbance for you the last time we met.
He laughs. Oh, a wolf does not, he looks at Dione when he says, does not slaughter every prey that wanders before it. It allows the chase for a time. But now the time is over. I want what has always belonged to me. And to see this endless curse come to its proper conclusion. He stands up. I want Tatiana.
Not Patrina.
Trina. Your sister has done wonders for me. I can assure you she will be safe and have a place by my side. But no one will take the place of her. And he looks right to Irina again. He says, I will allow her, or you all, to live if you leave her here with me.
This woman may look like your Tatiana, but she is not Tatiana. This is Irina. The only way that you will see your Tatiana again is if you are able to grant yourself what you really want, which is death.
Peace. Eternal rest. We can grant that to you.
I don't believe you can.
How did you gain this immortality, Strahd? I don't think it's what you really wanted.
No, but immortality is not the burden. It is the memories. And he looks again around the room. He says, if you choose not to leave Tatiana with me, then your suffering will be the consequence.
We read that Tatiana, who was not Irina, was in love with your brother anyway, not you.
Oh. This gets him a little tense. You can see it immediately.
It seems odd to... That's how things proceed.
How do you know that? He says at you, Rufus. He's angry now.
But it was in the book.
Ah, yes, my tome that you stolen.
Earned.
Nice.
It was in the Amber Temple. It was just there. And a very good model of Castle Ravenloft, I will say.
And my brother's sword. Has he spoken to you?
Your brother?
He's like bubbling with anger now, talking about his brother. And he slams his hands on the table and he says, you will meet your end here. This is my home. And at that, you can hear him laugh. The laughter echoes through the entire feast hall and then out into the hallway. It echoes throughout the entire castle. You hear it, a cacophony of laughter. The doors, which were closed right now, shudder as you can hear doors closing throughout the entire hall, castle. Wind rises up, runs through the halls, runs through this room. You hear the solid thud of many heavy doors slamming shut, one after another, in the distance. You hear the portcullis outside clanging shut. You also hear a tired groan of the aged drawbridge pulling up. And finally, the doors of this room stop moving. And you can see the torches all go out. It is pitch black. All right. It's dark. You see nothing.
I can see.
Can I cast light?
Yeah, I was gonna say when it goes black, can I cast the spell?
My
Yeah,
glove?
true. Yeah. You can. One of you can cast it. It's up to you. Either way. Yeah, Canas, you probably would have been the only person to actually see a little bit. Although Dione could see probably in dark too. This is not magical darkness, but you
Okay.
turn the light on with the light spell, and Strahd is gone. He is no longer there.
Oh, the cowards run again.
Well, killing one's own sibling is not for the faint of heart. Perhaps he couldn't handle it.
Yes, perhaps the remorse is overwhelming.
Hmm.
Rictavio or Von Richten will look at you and says, I'm not quite sure that was really the Strahd that we knew. Perhaps some mere facsimile.
I believe Strahd is where. Was it what Madame Ava told us, or was it in the tome where we would meet him?
Yes,
Yes.
Madame Ava,
Madame Ava told you where you'd meet him.
a woman of
Yes.
great beauty.
I believe Strahd is where he is meant to be. But for now, we have other matters to attend to. He obviously knows not only that we're here, but exactly where we are. There are certain to be plenty of traps, ghouls, monsters, as we traverse this godforsaken castle. So everyone
Yeah.
needs to be very, very careful.
Yes, he was trying to weaken us before. Yeah. He was trying to weaken us with his stooges before he attacks us himself.
Canas, I'm really scared. Where do you want me to go?
Just stay by me for now. Perhaps you can, turn invisible, and then no one will be able to see you.
You got it, Canas.
Hey, why
And
don't you
she
go
goes
check
with it.
out the top of that organ?
Which organ? Stomach?
The one where the instrument where Rictavio seems to
Oh,
have taken
okay.
an interest.
You got it, Canas.
Yune will fly towards the organ, looking into the pipes. Rictavio is there inspecting the organ. He got up right when the lights went off. Who cast light spell? Casimir?
Hmm.
Okay, so Casimir, there's a light spell filling this room right now, but all the torches in here are burned out. You can see smoke kind of billowing out of them. And Esmeralda has gone and checked the doors. She seems to be like examining the doors, maybe checking for traps, something like that. She says, Dione, I could use a hand here. I don't know if you could hear me, Michelle. Oh no. She's frozen. Frozen with
Hold it back.
fear. She should have sat one step more closer to Rufus. Damn.
In the meantime, I'd like to look back at the table to see if the food that we ate is actually still there.
It is, actually. It is.
Okay.
Yeah. It's funny,
Well,
like,
yeah.
everything here could be totally made up stuff. You don't know what to trust. The food was good. Yeah.
Yune, come back. Stay close.
Hey, Bob, two things. One, can I describe the light spell that I'm using?
Go
I'd
for
like
it.
my glove to kind of illuminate like the skull of Argynvost.
Oh. I love it. So like a big beacon that's lit.
Yeah.
I
And
like
then,
it.
the other thing is, since I'm the destined ally of the player characters, I didn't want to interrupt, but could I have been giving them all inspiration during that time because Strahd was present?
Ooh, I like it. Yeah. What's the wording on that? I do
The
remember
wording is that while within sight of Strahd, this character, me, grants inspiration to one player character he or she can see.
Gotcha. I like
And
it.
it's a combat ability, so it's like every 6 seconds I could,
Sure.
in theory, do it. but if just wanted to see if you thought I could do it outside of combat in that time.
I love it. Now, obviously, in this sort of regard, it's in like the how it would portray into like real life would be. I loved your comment where you talked about how earning Tatiana's love, right? So great, and that would be meant to maybe like back up Rufus, and you gave him that inspiration. However, no inspiration is given, which leads you to believe that maybe, or at least that you have a cynicism towards it, that wasn't the real Strahd. You personally, so you're not really trying to back him up. You get the sense that maybe this was all some sort of a ruse.
Got it. Thank you.
But I love that you can do that. And everybody else, just so you know, he can help you all in times when you're actually encountering Strahd.
Yeah, if we can ever get him monologuing, I can top off your inspiration while he's getting chatty.
Yes, 100%. So in that sense, everything that you've known about Strahd, you almost had a cynicism that this is really him the whole time.
Got it. Thanks.
Okay. Perfect. So the beacon in your palm is illuminating this room. Esmeralda is using the light to search the doors here. Rictavio is scrutinizing the organ. The rest of you, tell me what you'd like to do. We'll start with Dione, because Esmeralda asked for your help. So,
Can you hear
Michelle,
me?
you good?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We hear you.
Okay. Oh my God, quick. Talk now. Yeah, Dione's gonna go help Esmeralda, but move very slowly because she's like on dial-up internet. So,
I'll move you.
Thank
Give
you.
me a perception check as you search this door with her.
Sure. Ooh. All right. A very, very strong perception check. We have a nat 20.
Oh, dang. Okay, so yeah, I see it coming in now. Nat 20. You look at this door, you feel around the edges, although it definitely fluttered when all the wind blew through here. You get the sense that these doors are unlocked, and you don't perceive any traps or mechanisms within the door itself or the frame. So it seems like it's good to open if you choose to.
All right. I'm gonna look at Esmeralda, give a quick nod, a little thumbs up, and then like very quietly just crack the door like a millimeter and see if I can like see or hear anything coming through.
Can you open the door? Just curious, because can you click it?
Oh.
I want to know if it's something you can do.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Cool. You open the
Sweet.
door, and it is pitch black here. All the illumination you see on the map, all these sconces are all the light has been snuffed out. It's pitch black here. So even your dark vision is, very limited. There's no light really outside here to help you. But you can see like within dim light 60 feet.
Okay. And I can't hear anything. I guess it's silent out there.
There was loud sounds of like the doors closing. At this point, maybe that would all be done. So no, you don't hear anything. It's eerily quiet outside.
Okay.
Yeah. And thank you for having the internet stay stable for just a little bit. Hopefully it stays good for the rest of the game, but don't worry about signing in or out. It's really easy to get you back on. So if it comes out, let me know if you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think I'll keep an eye on the Zoom.
I
just so I
appreciate
can
your
see.
patience.
No, it's all good. Irina seems a bit inconsolable right now. She's in tears. Camilla is kind of patting her on the shoulder. Rufus, you notice this immediately. What do you do?
I'll go up to her. Irina, what's wrong?
Camilla says, she just needs a minute, Rufus.
I'll ignore that and look at Irina.
Irina's a little confused by the hostility, actually, and she looks to you and she says, I feel like I'm putting everyone in danger. What if he's right? What if it is my fate?
I feel like he's been here, looks like several hundred years, and it hasn't happened to you yet, so I think you're okay.
It's also confusing.
Don't worry. We're all here to help.
She says, tell me a story about the Gwaindire.
Oh. Well, I don't know if this is quite the time to talk about the Gwaindire. But
And I don't
what's
mean
a
to
good
put you on the spot. I
story?
actually know he has a lot of things written down about the Gwaindire, but we'll come back to you in a minute so you could tell her the story.
I'll tell you a little bit about Soggy Bottom when we leave here.
Oh, Soggy Bottom.
Yes, you know they have the merry folk there.
The merry folk, yes.
Mhm.
Ariel and her friend Sebastian.
Little Tim.
Little... Who?
I go up to Camilla and I
I
say,
don't remember this.
"Do you know why they call them Soggy Bottom?"
She'll snicker at that. That's perfect teenage humor.
It's because it's the start of the Great Bosonian March,
Of course. Naturally.
not due to the status of their bottoms.
Rictavio says, Laurent, come here.
I was gonna try and see if there were windows, but I will go towards Rictavio.
There are no windows.
Oh, geez. You see, I'll definitely go to Rictavio. Then I was looking at the walls, inspecting walls.
If that wasn't Strahd, he says, then I wonder how this instrument worked. Take a look at it for me. You know instruments, don't you?
I can muddle my way through the best I can. I'll take a look.
Look at it. Tell me if you see anything strange. He'll help you, assist you. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, looking at the keyboard in particular, trying to see if there's like a player piano for this organ. What's a 17? Give me.
With advantage? Sorry.
Ooh, yeah, sorry.
Because he's giving
let's
you
see.
advantage. Yeah.
Yep. Let's stick with the 17.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it looks, I mean, you can even maybe press on some of the keys, like you were looking at the keys specifically. It does make noise like the organ does. So maybe one key you press and a blaring sound comes out. He says, "Oh, don't play it."
Well, if the illusion of Strahd was playing it, but it wasn't really Strahd you're saying, then something or someone must have been here playing it to make the noise, right?
Good point. I can't help think something important here. Anyway, he gets up. He's done with it.
Can I look around the sides too, on both sides of the organ, like where the pipes would be?
Yeah, you can look at the pipes. Yeah. Let me
Anything?
bring up the artwork again.
Yeah.
You have it, right? I think it's in your...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
There was,
I'll
like,
just bring it up
people-
anyway. Yeah.
People climbing up it in a weird way, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that marble statues on the side?
There are, yeah. On the side, up top. Yeah.
They all look like relatively similar to the art. Like, are they definitely... My concern is that they, like, similar to the gargoyles, that they're not actually statues at all, but that's something worse.
They do look angelic in a sense, like they're like angels on clouds and stuff like that, but they don't, you would without any sort of detection spell, you wouldn't be able to know if they're magical.
Noted.
While you're inspecting this area, you don't see anything out of the ordinary, obviously. But we go to Canas. What are you doing? And then Casimir, you're up next.
Canas is going to grab his fork and just stick it right in a big hunk of meat in the center of the table. Swirl it around and all that delicious sauce. And just start eating it right off the fork.
Nice. Take a
And he
big...
goes to Camilla and he says, "Camilla, have you had your fill? This is just...
It was really
I've never
good.
had any food like this before."
Me either. I grew up on the streets in an orphanage. Because I'm stuffed.
I grew up in a small village. We had our regular meals for the town, but nothing quite this fancy.
No, never. No.
How are you feeling, by the way?
I feel great. I feel perfectly fine, he says.
Camilla.
I mean, I feel fine physically,
Hmm.
but it's like I've got this, I don't know, like something inside of me that's brewing, bubbling up. I'm a little nervous for the full moon.
I understand. I do understand, Camilla. It is a scary thing.
But,
Right.
yeah, I mean, hey, you're trying to get your wife back, right?
Yes, I am, Camilla.
And you think there's nothing wrong with that? Like, that's goes kind of against the natural order of things, doesn't it?
My wife did not deserve what she got.
No, I'm not, and I'm not trying to say that she did, but you know, like you're trying to change things, and I'm not even suggesting you're doing it right or wrong. I just, you know, what if I had the option of going back to the way things were too, like before I got bit? Do you think
But you-
I should do it?
Well, Camilla, have you spoken to Rufus?
Maybe, in passing. Why?
I believe that he said he was going to try to help you with your affliction. I just assumed that it didn't work.
He told you?
Did he?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he didn't tell me about the incident that happened.
No, but I did tell
exactly.
you,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I did
but-
share, and I wanted to help him. I felt I was destined to help him.
So would you, if you were in my shoes, try to make things back the way they were?
It sounds like that's what you want.
I don't know if it's what I should.
Well, you bring up a very good question. I think that if you had the chance to revert to your normal self, I don't think that would be going against any natural order of any things. This is why magic exists in this world, to remove such afflictions. Now, Dione has chosen a different path. Dione continues to be a werewolf, but Dione also has control over her actions. It is a part of Dione. So you need to make a choice. But I can only tell you that the wrong choice would be to lose control of yourself when you change. So
She nods.
think about what you want, and if anyone can help you, it would be Rufus.
She looks disgusted when you say Rufus's name again, but she's like, all right, I'll think about it. Thanks, Canas.
And you know what, Camilla? I'll think about what you said as well. Have some food.
She'll take a bite of the roast. And while everybody else is checking out what they're doing, we go to Casimir. Casimir, you've got Camilla and Canas having a tender moment by the roast. You've got Irina and Rufus talking about soggy bottoms and the Gwaindire, place you've never been to. You've got Dione and Esmeralda inspecting the doors to the east, and Rictavio and Laurent inspecting the organ. What do you do?
thinking about my sister. I try to think if there's any way to contact her or sense her. But in absence of that, ask the group, what is our next move? He knows we're here, and we've come to confront him. Perhaps we should make a plan. This castle is vast and deadly. Surely between all of us, we can pool our knowledge and decide how to proceed.
I thought we decided we were going to pursue this woman of great beauty. But first we were going to look for the bowel, the phylactery.
A heart of sorrow.
Heart of sorrow, that's it, Canas.
Don't forget,
Which we-
Orel's here, Irina says. Somewhere in this castle.
And we thought the bowel maybe in a lower
Yes,
level.
I dare say there's only one woman of great beauty in Strahd's eyes, and that's Irina, or this Tatiana he refers to. Perhaps there's some sort of tribute or shrine to her somewhere. Maybe it keeps her soul here, or whatever it is that he's counting on, that he says he's coming close to. Maybe it has to do, you mentioned the abbot was creating some facsimile. Maybe there's something to do with, I don't know, but it seems like Madame Ava's words seem to point to something akin to our friend Irina here.
She says, but I'm here. I won't be somewhere else. She looks around this hall, the frescoes. Nothing seems to resemble her. And Rictavio says, yes, good point. We need to make sure that we keep pressing on. We can't stay here. And
Yes, we-
is the door free passage? He looks to Dione.
Yes, I believe so. If we go quietly.
Esmeralda says, it's dark out here, but if we bring your light, Casimir, we may be able to yet see. I think you all heard that the drawbridge closed outside. I don't think we'll be going anywhere anytime soon.
I don't think that's a problem, as we are exactly where we need to be.
Yes. Yes, it is. She looks out the door and she says, I think the coast is clear.
I look back. Laurent, what is your obsession with that instrument?
If we weren't going out, I was going to think about playing it, but I suppose we'll get nothing else out of it. I'll just hit one more note and walk away.
You hit one more note.
Just tap the keyboard like a kid in front of a piano, and I'll. turn
Which
back
note
towards
do
the-
you hit? Which note?
A G sharp.
I have no idea. Nothing happens.
Because hey, it's the one black key, but in the set of 3 black keys.
He just starts playing Jaws. Dun-dun,
Yeah,
dun-dun.
I'm gonna hit the old Linus and Lucy by Vince Guaraldi. Da 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 da.
There you go. I don't know that song.
I'll walk over and say, the craftsmanship of the wood on this instrument is just astonishing. And
You
I'll
wanna take a
remind
look at it?
everyone that I used to be a carpenter.
Oh, right. Yes. Give me a perception check then. I'll give you
I'll help him look at it. And I'll be like, yeah, I've been
I don't
looking
know
at
if
this for
you're
a minute now.
carpentry. Go ahead, give me a perception check.
No, it was an
Oh.
18 for a second.
It did look that way, right?
Yeah, but then it rolled back.
Then it rolled back. It's a beautiful organ. The rich, I don't know what organs are made out of. Mahogany.
Mahogany.
Because of Anchorman, that's the only wood that I go to when I mix something. Smells of rich mahogany, and it's wonderful. I mean, it's like my go-to wood choice when I'm describing something. But yeah, it's beautiful. But that's all you notice. So to the east is where we're
shame.
headed, I think.
Yeah, I'll just walk back into the castle. Unfortunately, everyone keep your eyes peeled for traps. because there
Okay.
inevitably will be some.
Von Richten will say something along the lines of, "This was the way to the dungeon, I remember. Is there any other places we all can recall? I have a very foggy recollection."
I think we should venture past where Rahadin greeted us and go upstairs.
Yes.
I imagine many of the Dusk Elves were involved in the construction of this place in early servitude. And I do believe that this main hall is more for entertaining and worship. And up above might be to the more personal effects of Strahd himself. I would point us to go up, but I will follow where you all think we should go.
I agree. We've been down those steps before. It's merely a lard and kitchen areas in a dungeon, as I remember.
Agreed.
Oh, there was a... I don't know if it's important, but there was a glint of light in the dungeon. But we were
What do you mean?
overrun. Well, when we freed Von Richten and Emil, one of the cells had just a hint of bright light. We thought perhaps it was connected to the Sun Sword, but it doesn't seem to be that way, as we have the Sun Sword. But I don't know if it could be important. We didn't have enough time to retrieve it. We were overrun by creatures.
Is Strahd mentioned his brother's sword? Is that what that is that you have?
He did say that.
I believe so.
He also mentioned it might talk to you. Have you noticed anything?
It does seem to have a consciousness. I know it has not revealed itself to be his brother.
A consciousness, Irina says? In what way? Like, you hear it?
Sometimes it helps me, it warns me. It warns me of Strahd's coming at the druids.
That's incredible, Rictavio says. Well, see if you can use it. Speak
Yes,
to it.
I'll pull out the sword. Gwaindire, guide us on our quest, if you can.
You ignite it? You, like, take it out, unsheath it, and light it?
No, I unsheath it, but I don't light it yet.
Gotcha. So the blade is not there. It's just the handle.
Yeah. Yeah.
It does feel the heat of, that warmth that I described. You feel it. Certainly.
Does it speak his brother's name or where his remains are? Does it want to be reunited with its owner, Strahd's brother?
What was his brother's name again in the tomb? I forget. Began with S, I believe.
Irina says, Sergei.
Sergei, that's it. Are you familiar with Sergei, the brother of Strahd?
You say it to, like, out loud to the hilt?
Yeah.
How do you do it?
I say it out loud. I'm holding it up like this.
Out loud, gotcha.
Yeah.
You don't feel or hear a voice call to you. You don't hear, like, conversation. There's no voice in your head. But you can sense a warmth growing within the hilt of the weapon. You might take that as a sign.
My sister, who doesn't hold nearly as much affection in Strahd's heart, even she was given a burial place in the dungeons, in the tombs. I would think Strahd's brother would be given a much more elaborate resting place, unless there was more between them. I don't understand, but it might be important that we have his brother's blade, and maybe if we find his brother's remains in some way, that would be important.
So do we want to go up to the personal quarters or down and search for Strahd's brother, potentially Aurel?
If
I
we were
recall
to
there
go
being
down,
Good.
if we were to go down, I believe the goal would be to search the tombs.
Perhaps
I don't see any other reason to go there.
Perhaps retrieve the light that Dione and I caught a glimpse of.
I don't recall there being any catacombs down by the dungeons, Rictavio says.
Perhaps they're hidden.
Or perhaps this place is so vast, he says as he looks about the great hall as you enter it again. Cobwebs. I'm just going to move everybody, because I assumed you were heading this way at least, but maybe you're pausing to determine your next move. Just let me remind you of the places that are here. So there's the stairwell here, where Rahadin first entered when you came here earlier in the game. There's the double doors that lead out, but they're actually closed now. That would be good for me to do. Close that. Those are closed. You assume that every door, window, anything that has a thing to be shut was shut. You heard that successive pounding sound as those doors all closed. To the east, there's 2 double doors as well that flank sort of like the entryway you're coming into now, left and right. And then there's the dungeon stairwell. This also has a stairwell that goes up. So you just only went down in it the first time.
Is that the stairwell now ahead of us where Hadin came from? Is that the same one that when we were upstairs before where Rel got sucked away in a trap? Is that stairwell, or is that a different stairwell?
Ooh,
Because we'd been upstairs when
hold
Rel had gotten captured.
No, Tim, you're 100% right. You guys did use the up stairwell here. You did. This is the one you used. You went up to the larders here.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I do remember.
So we
that
have
now.
been down to the dungeons. We've been up to the larder, but we haven't been up the main staircase where Hadid been.
That is correct. You've never traveled this way to the north. You've never traveled this way to the east, and this is the first time you came in to this doorway here. That was the first time you came in that way, to the feast room.
Oh, that's right, because there's a whole episode that I was on part of that people did go down to the dungeons because we split the party.
Yes.
I remember now.
Yeah.
I remember
you
now.
haven't, but your friends have, and vice versa. They didn't go upstairs to the larder with you.
I got it. Got it back to me now.
I vote east into the main castle itself. That's my suggestion.
This way? All right. Some people said upstairs, and some people said downstairs. Talk amongst yourselves, decide what you'd like to do.
I do not know if what Dione and I saw is relevant to our main goals here. So I am willing to forego
The castle.
retracing our steps as the castle is vast, and we want to accomplish our goals as quickly as possible because it'll be very dangerous.
If the castle is as vast as Rictavio says, and I worry that going into the dungeons could just be a fool's errand and get us stuck down there for God knows how long. I think eastward with Rufus, or upstairs where Rahadi came from, is the best option.
I'll pull out a gold coin. Heads for heading east. I'll toss it. And it will come up. If it's evens, it is a head. It's odds. The coin dictates upstairs, people.
I suppose upstairs it is.
Stride up. I'll start leading the way upstairs.
Sure. Yep. All right. Upstairs we go. So you're headed towards the stairwell. Move your tokens. Yep. I'll move the NPCs after you. There we go.
I'll get better than this.
I'm stuck.
You're stuck?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Can't move anymore.
Oh, really? Oh, there's a barrier there, isn't there? Weird. Okay. Yeah. I'll describe what you see here. The massive stairs rise to a landing 20 feet wide by 40 feet long. Stone arches support the ceiling covered with frescoes 20 feet overhead. The frescoes depict armored knights on horseback, their finer features faded beyond recognition. Dust floats in the air here. At each end of the south wall, a staircase rises into the darkness. Between the staircases are twin alcoves, each one containing a standing suit of armor covered with dark stains. Each suit of armor clutches a mace, the business end of which is shaped like a dragon's head. Words engraved on the arches above the suits of armor have been scratched out. Let me bring this here to you. There's a reason for this, actually, so let me go here. So let me delete this. Okay. Yeah, you can see it now, right?
Yeah.
Move your tokens up here. You can get a better vantage point of what I just described.
2 knights.
Oh,
Yep.
there.
Yeah, can everybody see now?
Mhm.
Okay, good. Yeah, good. Excellent. Dione, you can see too? Michelle? Okay. All right,
Yes.
so the 2 knights are here in the alcoves, and there are 2 stairwells that go up. One on the west, one on the eastern side, but they both head south.
They seem to connect at the top, or is it like 2 separate stairwells going to 2 separate locations?
They don't, you don't see the top, so you're not quite sure where they head. It's possible, but without exploring them, you wouldn't be able to tell. Everything is dark, by the way. All the sconces you see on the map, all the light sources are completely gone. So aside from Casimir's beacon that he's holding, the light spell, which is minimal, it's like a torch. It's very, very dark here. So right now, if anybody is trying to perceive something, even people who have dark vision, outside of the bright light zone, which is only like 20 feet, you'll have disadvantage on all your perception checks. Passive perception also then gets reduced. So it's very, very hard to see. And Casimir has to move towards the light. You can see because you have
I can see
magical.
normally up to 120 feet.
You're the only exception then.
Okay.
You and maybe Yune, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Yune also has yes.
So, but that's it. Everybody else, even if you have dark vision, outside of the 20 feet around Casimir, it's very hard to see.
Unless someone has any strong opinions, I think going to the furthest stairwell, all the way to the left on the map, is the best way forward. You go up as far as you can, then work our way down if we need to.
Sounds good.
Kind of like putting your hand up against the wall as you traverse the castle like a maze.
Exactly. Who bought their chalk?
Darn it. Checking my inventory. No chalk.
Hate to see it.
I have a crowbar. I could put a marking on the wall.
You start crashing out on bricks.
The suits of armor that are there do have some writing on the wall, like I said, but it's been scratched out above them. You can see Rictavio maybe and Esmeralda investigating them from a distance. They know not to go close to any danger. I say it's
So
hard to
is
make
it,
out what it says there.
We've got this staircase here.
I'll step maybe this close and try to take a look.
You can give me a perception check.
Nat 20, 5.
Oh
25.
my lord. The engravings above are illegible. However,
Great.
as you're walking, however, as you are walking, you do see something. You notice that the stone, the masonry, the floor here. Oh, what did I just do? Do you see it? No, you don't see it. Okay, I just messed that up, but here we go. You see that right there?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Great. That you see is slightly different. The stone work in front of it looks like it might be that of a pressure plate.
That's where the trap is.
Yes, I will alert the party. Do not step directly in front of those statues. It seems we will spring a trap.
And Dione, you're about to step there too. Look at you. Right there in front of you. Now he brings your
Dione-
attention to it. He sees it.
Dione will lean back in slow motion.
I have Yune fly so that she's not stepping on it, and just waving Dione off.
Get out of here, Dione. It's dangerous.
We must.
Oh no.
Actually, Yune's directing traffic.
Move along. Move along. Nothing to see here.
We must remember we're not on a tourist exhibition. These sites may be traps to draw us in. We must act quickly.
Yes, let's do that. Rictavio says, up the stairwell. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to move everybody's tokens, because this, just so you know, okay, I'm going to give everybody a little insight here to the magic. Goes in, how the sausage is made, so to speak, okay, in the factory here. This map, the map of this whole thing is very complex. There are about a dozen maps that go along with this. So I'm going to make sure that I copy your tokens and move you all along to everyone that we go to. So that way, if you go back and forth, they'll still be there and you get to that spot. Wherever you are, I'll make sure I move you to different stairwells. And also, just so you know, you feel like as you move along that even though you've been here before, you haven't been in this area, but even the areas that you see, you feel like you get to do a double take. Things are different every time you look. Like it feels like the walls have maybe shifted or frescoes have changed. You get a sense that you're being watched. There's a general creepiness and an unease to this whole place. Even something that might have been familiar, the archway, the entryway, the dragon sculptures, the gargoyles. Were they there before? Were they not there? All those things happen at every moment when you pass through any place in this castle. It gives you the creeps. Now, secondly, it's, like I said, pitch dark. Assume that there is darkness everywhere. Assume that there's cobwebs everywhere, that there's things obscuring statues, gargoyles, pillars. There's always something making it very difficult to perceive what's around you. You almost get a sense of like dread that fills the air as well. That just gives you, it kind of numbs your senses just a bit. And so I'm going to move you to a new map here. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to put yourselves in a spot. And then let me know if you can actually see in 1 second. Okay. Do you see your tokens now?
Yeah.
Loading.
Yeah.
I see
Yeah?
like a fountain
Yeah.
and a window.
Yeah. Okay. So everybody sees their tokens. You see your token here. Everybody's got a token. Move your token. Just make sure you can move them.
Yep.
Good. Okay. I'll tell you what you see here. So this is a very large room. In fact, it's huge. Dim light from the courtyard breaks up the darkness in this room. There's windows. In fact, right away, right where Esmeralda and Rufus are standing, is the window. And outside you can see it's raining. There's lightning in the sky, the crack of thunder you can hear. And you can see this great hall is where you are. This is an audience hall. Like I said, the courtyard below you, you can see the moonlight from the courtyard falls into this great hall through the broken glass of the iron latticework of a large window. So that was the window you saw. I think I mentioned it when we described it. There was like broken glass. It's obviously you can't get through it because it's an iron latticework, but it is a window here. And you also see in this place empty iron sconces fill the wall. Hundreds of dust-laden cobwebs drape the room, hiding the ceiling from view. You can't see the ceiling at all. You also don't know how high it truly is. Directly across from the window is a set of double doors in the east wall. Farther south is a single door who also leads from the east wall. Staircases at both ends of the north wall lead down. Presumably, Laurent, you were correct. Both stairwells headed to this room. At the far southern end of the hall, you can see a large wooden throne atop a marble dais. A high-backed throne faces south away from most of the room.
The throne
And-
faces south, like if someone was sitting, they would not be facing towards the room.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
I gotta go take a look.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, move yourselves towards the throne if you'd like to. So you can see there's a door here. Oops. To the south. There's the double doors here that are on the east. And then there's the iron latticework window here. Laurent, you get down towards the end, and something fills your mind here. You remember hearing something, and in fact, you brought it up during the conversation with Strahd. The reading from the Tome of Strahd comes to you. Now, I will just read it, the one that brings to question here. But that's what you remember. This room you feel like reminds you of it. You hear this: a ruler without an heir, a master bound to a cursed land. My blood ties me to nothing save those I have cursed to serve. The throne brings this idea to your mind.
If I take a look at that throne, do I get the impression it's cursed or trapped? Not cursed, trapped.
I mean, the impression, no, not necessarily. I mean, it's not glowing or has an aura of evil or anything like that.
Yeah, but more like is there any like pressure plates like Canas pointed out around the knights?
Oh, you can search for traps. It would be you'd want Casimir to come near you so you can have not disadvantage on it.
If he's free, I can cast light otherwise.
Okay. Either you
let's-
or him. I
And it
see
would
him
be
here.
perception or investigation.
Perception. You're looking for something.
Got it. Oh boy, that's just an 8. I don't think I found anything.
You're not sure, Laurent. In fact, I think you might be a bit scared of going up onto this pedestal.
Noted. Okay. I really want to sit on that throne. That's a terrible idea. I'll wait and see what everyone else is up to. I just keep poking on the throne.
Sure. Let's go to the PCs, and we'll come to Casimir last. I see, Rufus, you've gone towards the eastern doors here.
Yeah, do I get the feeling that does that remind me of the Tomb of Strahd as well? The throne.
Well, when he starts going over there, yeah, sure, yeah.
Oh, well, I'll come.
You've read the tome as well.
Yeah, I'll come and look at the.
Yeah.
This is maybe an audience chamber.
It feels like that, right? And I'll mumble the
Right.
passage out loud. And the Strahd is cursed to serve, though. Why is the throne facing away from everyone else in the audience chamber?
I'll bring out the Gwain blade and see what it thinks of it.
The heat of it has died down. Certainly cool to the touch now.
I think that once we head back downstairs, if we do, we should see if the heat intensifies towards the dungeons again. But in the meantime, maybe you turn that thing around.
Brown?
The chair? You said, didn't you just say it seems odd that if it's an audience chamber, it's facing in the opposite direction?
Yeah, but this throne also gives me the creeps. I don't really want to touch it.
Can I take a quick glance out the window? I just want to see if there's activity outside.
Yeah, you look outside and it's there's nothing. There's no like people out about. You certainly don't see anybody in the courtyard. It's raining heavily now, and the thunder keeps, pealing. Lightning peals in the sky every so often.
All right. Yeah, I'll start heading over towards this chair.
Do you think Strahd had any other siblings besides the one we now know about, his brother? I only ask because Rufus has his cool sword that talks to him, and I've got my cool spear that talks to me. So I was wondering if he had like a half brother or something.
I've got a
that
cool
possessed my
Yune.
spear.
I've got a pretty cool Yune that speaks to me.
Yeah, but Uni was yours before you came here. The spears.
Your spear, I think, is a more primeval force than even Strahd.
You think?
I think so. Why don't you poke the throne with your spear and see what happens? See if you can turn it around a bit.
Like what do you think, Rufus? I'll pull out my spear and I'll give it a not like a forceful jab, but touch the spear to the throne. See if I get anything out of it.
The spear doesn't speak to you right now. I mean, it came to you in a very heightened moment of stress. It was like, potentially trying to murder Strahd at that point. The spear is not speaking to you, that barbaric voice. It doesn't call to you in this moment. You touch the throne, nothing happens.
All right, Canas, help me try and see if we can spin this little stool around.
It's not a stool. It is a throne. But yes, you could try to spin it around, sure.
I'm not going to do it alone. I'm not going to do it by myself. I will not be the only one to touch this. When it's cursed, I'm not going out alone.
I'll go help.
On three.
Yeah, all right.
1, 2, 3. And try and spin this.
Yep, you go to spin the door around, or the throne around, and as you do, it like clicks and locks into place. A door from the other side of the room here reveals itself and opens. And from within it, you can see a creature crawling towards you. It's a decomposed body. Flashbacks of the attack on your village, Canas, comes back to you as a crawling humanoid undead corpse starts crawling towards you. And we're going to pause it right here. Everybody, thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. Been great. I feel like the stuff is about to hit the fan, literally, figuratively. Who knows what's here in this place, but you are in the castle of Ravenloft, and I'm so excited to continue this. We're going to talk with the group here and make sure we have our schedule set for the summer. If we have to shift some days around to try to avoid things, we will. But more to come very, very soon. Thanks for playing. Jordan, thank you for being with us yet again. Always a pleasure. And next week, I think we'll start with an icebreaker of what's your favorite thing about me? And I'll give you a week to think about this, okay? And then we'll circle back to it. But till then, we'll see you on the tabletop. Have a good night, everybody.
All right.
Bye.
Good night.